It's Easter weekend. Of course, this time last year, the world turned to crap basically. COVID hit, we all got told, go home, stay indoors, don't come out, don't talk to anyone, don't breathe on anyone, all that sort of stuff. So a lot of guys decided they'd work on their project cars. We were really busy for a week, and then once we were locked down, of course, things slowed down. So I decided over Easter weekend, even though we're only open the one day, I'd try and work on my 59 Chev sedan delivery. I got a bit done, but of course, I'm still working on it. I've still got heaps to do. So I thought this Easter, I'll have another shot. So we've put it on the hoist. I'll try and get a few more jobs down. And in this episode, we're also going to cover a 59 two-door sedan that we had that I sold and is now in Queensland. But here you go, check it out. I guess this is the 59 Chevy episode. So about 4 years ago, I did a deal with a friend of ours locally. I ended up with this 59 Chevy two-door sedan. As you can see, it was black. It was pretty tidy, but it had no running gear. So as you can see, we ended up putting in a 350, turbo 350. Yeah, like we didn't go over the top, just made it run, MSD, that sort of thing. After a while, we were looking at it, in and out, and got it regoed, and then we went, this looks like an old NASCAR with just black on black and the black wheels. So as you can see, we started making some signage. So they're actually painted on. We made masks and then double layered them, sprayed it on with just acrylic. Then we'd rub them back a little bit, and then basically once we'd put all those on, we then buffed the whole car so that they'd rub through and give them the appearance of looking old. The Seaboard Motors thing came because we did have the original order sheet with the car. So it came, and that's where it was from. So we went, hey, that's probably a good place. It was a good, reliable car. You can see this photo here. This is the Pinnacles. It's about, I think it's 3 hours north of Perth. So we drove up there a couple of Christmases ago and checked it out. Interior was pretty basic. You can see we added some moon eyes gauges, a tacho, and a few bits and pieces, but we left it kind of that patina look. You can see the seat coming up. We basically just trimmed it in grey, kept it really simple. We thought that kind of worked with the car. I mean, it was a patina finished car. There was no point in then going in a super flash interior. Basically, it was stock. We lowered it, disc brakes. It had a couple of different guises. We added lettering. We lowered it a little bit. We put white wall tyres on it, or white lettering tyres. This was the original sheet. So if you look carefully, we edited it, and down the bottom we added NASCAR dealer pack sponsorship, and we put that up at car shows just to stir people up. That's it. This is one of the last photos of it in Queensland. Apparently it is all now just painted black. So the other 59 that I've got in my life is this 59 Chev sedan delivery that I bought off a friend of mine, Dave. He'd brought it in quite a few years ago. It was in pretty good shape, but it was just a rolling body, no motor box, all that sort of stuff. I tried to sell it because, we didn't want to build it, but then we decided, you know what, let's do it. So complete body off, rebuilt the chassis, painted everything. While that was happening, we sent the body away because we didn't have a rotisserie. And it only had a couple of little bits in the floor and inner sills. Since then, obviously, we put the body back on. Suspension is basically stock rebuilt, lowered a bit, disc brake front end. It's a 350, turbo 350, just a little crate motor, nothing over the top. As you can see here, now all the doors are fitted up. I've got all the front sheet metal fitted. As you can see in these angles here, you can see the design of the 59 sedan delivery. They are the rarest of all the 59s, apparently the lowest number built. There's only one here in WA, a handful in Australia maybe, and not the easiest thing to find. The most famous is probably the Mother's one. I've always liked the 59s, the fins and all that sort of stuff, and the sedan delivery with the low roof line kind of looks like it's already chopped, and you don't need to do much to a 59 to make them look good. Lower them a couple of inches and they sit perfect. So I've got a bunch of stuff still to do on the car. I mean, underneath's pretty well done now. I've done fuel lines, brake lines, new fuel tank, all that sort of stuff. We converted to right-hand drive. We used parts of an Aussie dash and then converted other stuff. Collapsible steering column, to HQ to Z power steering box. Just a couple of holes to re-drill them and mount them. The engine, I wanted it to just look like a stock engine. It is a crate motor. But yeah, we've got it originally air cleaned and painted it and leave it Chevy orange. Inside all the engine bay and that, we just did a quick black paint job, you know, all underneath the cars, all painted already, all the chassis painted, everything like that. So really now I'm just bolting bits and pieces up. These are the seats I've got. They're 62 SS Impala buckets. And the fact that they're already trimmed, I've got that nice little chrome bit on the side. I got the guys at Moon Eyes to do me a custom set of gauges. So these come with little adapters to go into the 5960 Chevy gauge pod. This is the other set of wheels I've got. I'm still up in the air whether I'll put these on. 17.7s, 17.8s, just for something different. But basically, as you see now, this is what it looks like today. This is it, just getting ready to drag it up on the hoist. I've got all the bumpers, I've got all the rubbers, the bumpers are redone, all the chrome work, I've got all that stuff all ready to go. Hopefully it'll hit the road very soon.